our nervous system, which is also termed as neural system, is organized into central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. So, the nervous system is organized into central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. In central nervous system, we include brain and spinal cord. In central nervous system, we include brain and spinal cord. See, the main purpose of central nervous system is to gather information from our whole body, all senses. Senses are classified into general and special senses. General senses are through skin and special senses are through eyes, ear, nose and tongue. Then nervous system actually processes the information, and this information is correlated with the existing memory of our nervous system. Then the nervous system responds through its motor neurons. So, in peripheral nervous system, we have two branches. One is called as somatic nervous system and other is called as autonomic nervous system. Now, when we talk about brain, starting with brain starting from the development of brain develops through three vesicles. There are three vesicles initially. There are three vesicles. One is called as prosencephalon, other is called as mesencephalon, and the last one is called as rhombencephalon. Then these vesicles further develop into telencephalon, this is diencephalon, mesencephalon, metencephalon and myelencephalon. So, this is telencephalon, this is diencephalon, and this is mesencephalon, this is metencephalon. Encephalon means brain, and this is myelencephalon. Here we started with, this is prosencephalon, this is mesencephalon, this is rhombencephalon. So, we started with development of brain. The brain develops as three vesicles. The first one is prosencephalon, the mid one is mesencephalon and the last one is rhombencephalon. The prosencephalon further develops into two, telencephalon and diencephalon. Mesencephalon develops further into midbrain. Metencephalon develops into pons and cerebellum, while myelencephalon develops into spinal cord and the other part. So, telencephalon develops into cerebrum, diencephalon develops into further parts, those are called as epithalamus, thalamus, hypothalamus. Mesencephalon develops into midbrain, metencephalon develops into pons and cerebellum, myelencephalon, this develops into the medulla oblongata and spinal cord. So, this is how the brain starts its development. Now, because diencephalon we will focus here on diencephalon. We will start our discussion from diencephalon because diencephalon is the central relay or integrating part of our brain. So, diencephalon, which develops from prosencephalon along with telencephalon. Now, diencephalon has Diencephalon has following parts. One is called as epithalamus, second one is called as thalamus, third one is called as metathalamus. Then diencephalon has subthalamus and hypothalamus. Now, these three portions of diencephalon are called as pars dorsalis, and this is called as pars dorsalis. While these two portions are called as pars ventralis. So, epithalamus, thalamus, metathalamus, subthalamus, hypothalamus, these are 5 parts of diencephalon. I told you why we are starting with diencephalon, because diencephalon includes thalamus, which is the main relay center, or we can say that most of the information or action potentials are actually relayed to the other parts of the brain through thalamus. All sensory information is integrated in thalamus first, then it is relayed to the higher cortical centers. So, thalamus is a central portion, or we can say the central part of our brain, in which all information is relayed to the higher cortical center, and vice versa, means information from higher cortical center is also relayed to the lower centers, spinal cord, and further to the nerves. So, we have started our discussion from diencephalon, and the main part of diencephalon is thalamus. I should say the major part of diencephalon is thalamus, then other parts are epithalamus, metathalamus, subthalamus, hypothalamus. When we include these three, they are included in a common name, pars dorsalis, and subthalamus and hypothalamus are included, and they are called as pars ventralis. So, here I am going to draw a diagram which will make you understand about the relative positions of all these parts to each other. See, first of all, thalamus. What is thalamus? See, a pair of oval masses, or we can say a pair of egg shaped masses that are present, in the core of our cerebral hemispheres just above the midbrain. So, thalamus, you can say, see, you can say this is midbrain, this is pons, this is medulla, and this is rest of the spinal cord. So, midbrain, pons, medulla, and rest of the spinal cord. Then thalami, they are oval masses present just above the midbrain. They are oval masses present just above the midbrain. Here you can draw the other one. Clear? So, these are a pair of thalami. Now, both these thalami are separated by a cavity which is called as third ventricle. If my two fists are the thalami of right and left side, then the third ventricle lies somewhat like this in between, and in relation to these thalami, here there is, if I draw third ventricle here in between these two thalami. Suppose this is the third ventricle, consider this as the third ventricle present between these two thalami. This is the third ventricle. This is the third ventricle that is located between the two oval masses. These oval masses, which are called as thalami, are large collection of cell bodies. These are large collection of cell bodies. They are about 3.5 to 1 into 1.5 centimeter in length and width. So these are two egg-shaped masses present on either side of the third ventricle. This water body present between these two thalami of right and left side, this water body is third ventricle, and these thalami are large collection of cell bodies. The the size or dimensions are 3.5 into 1.5 centimeters. Hello dear students, as requested by most of you, I am hereby posting my online content on neuroanatomy, neurophysiology. Later on we will be taking cardiology and gastrointestinal physiology, respiratory physiology and other aspects also. So I would request you all that anyone who is watching my video, if they encounter any sort of problem with conceptual issues or language issue, please do post me on my email and let me please inform me about any problem that you suffer so that I can take necessary steps to improve my lectures. Thank you.